as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the option, here's Eckler. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. From the 41, Wentz. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and inches, Wentz. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better.
Touchdown, Dolphins! It's complete. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd down at 5. To throw is Wentz. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keep.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. On play action, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Allen on third. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Mike 55.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Allen off the play fake. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Allen now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
But he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. The kick by Sanders is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense on this 3rd.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Back 55, back 55. Come with it. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Back 55. Come.
And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Wentz. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
We ain't giving up nothing today. 44 is the mic. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 44.
Here's Allen to throw it. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at the 26. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. It's complete to Fuller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Gets around him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 140 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.